Okay, so again, thank you for your interest in our MS in Applied Geosciences online program here at Penn. I'm going to begin just with a little bit of context about our program, just sort of tell you how long we've been around and what we've been doing, and then we'll go through some of the different options that are available within our program and look a little bit at the curriculum and some kind of professional development opportunities that we provide. So the MSAG program here at Penn is actually 20 years old this year. We started in 2005. The program was brought over by a group of instructors from Drexel University. And so in those 20 years, we've been here at Penn and have a strong alumni network. More than 175 alumni that have gone through our program over those years. At the moment, we have three sort of main focus areas within our program: environmental geology, engineering geology, and hydrogeology. And you'll see those come up again in the certificate options that I'll discuss. Even though we're an online program, the team of us that run that program do physically sit on Penn's campus, and we sit here in Hayden Hall. There's an image of that building just on the screen here. And we sit in the Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences within the School of Arts and Sciences, and we're also part of the College of Liberal and Professional Studies because we are a professional master's program. So yes, some of our students do go on to do a PhD and have a research or an academic career, but most of our students are either already working professionals or trying to kind of move into that space in the geoscience, geotechnical, engineering fields. Originally, we were an in-person program and we moved to become a fully online program back in fall of 2022, sort of in response to what we were seeing with industry needs and wanting to reach a wider audience. It wasn't feasible for everyone who wanted to participate in our program to come to Philadelphia for 2 years if they wanted to do the full degree. And so we now offer our program online, allowing students from all over the world to participate. Most of our students are part-time. We are a fairly small program right now. We have 19 students at the moment, and 18 of those are part-time working professionals that are doing this degree or one of our certificates alongside their job. And that means that our class sizes are typically pretty small, on average about 8 to 10 students. As I said, we are a professional program, and so we're focused on providing the skills and knowledge that you need either to get you into the workplace, maybe to obtain a promotion or to make a shift slightly in the focus area of your work, in whatever your desired profession is within the applied geosciences space. And so throughout the program, we really try and make sure that you are connecting on a regular basis with industry professionals and experienced practitioners. The images on this slide here are some photos of some of our teaching faculty. 1 or 2 of those are full-time professors here at Penn. Many are actually practitioners, people that are working in industry or elsewhere and then come and teach for our program as well. So from the very beginning in the classroom, you are connecting with those industry professionals and experienced practitioners. And so why might you want to choose to study at Penn in an online program? Well, as I mentioned, it gives you the flexibility to study from anywhere. You know, maybe you're out west, maybe you're not even in the US, and you have a job that you don't want to leave, and you'd like to be able to work through a master's degree or a certificate part-time while you're working. This gives you the flexibility to do that. You have the flexibility to complete courses while you're working. Our courses are primarily delivered asynchronously. 1 or 2 of our electives are different to that, but most of our courses and all of our required courses are delivered asynchronously via Canvas, which is our online learning system, with optional live synchronous office hours. So just because our courses are delivered asynchronously, it doesn't mean that there's not a real person behind all of them and someone that you can meet with throughout the semester as much as you need to. This image here is taken from one of our elective courses that's run in the summer by Michelle Adams, and it's hosted in Canvas. There are a number of videos, just like the one screenshotted here, that Michelle would deliver throughout the course. And as I said, she'll also hold weekly office hours and optional synchronous sessions for students to engage with her that way as well. When you join the program, either the full degree or the certificate, one of the certificate options, you are assigned an academic advisor. At the moment, we have 2 academic advisors in the program, Tony Sauder and Mitch Cron. So you'd be assigned one of those who would help you to guide you through that degree or certificate program. Another advantage, as I said, of studying online with Penn is that there isn't that requirement to be here physically, but we do provide some options for you to visit campus. I mean, if you're local, we have a number of things going on throughout the year, but for those who are maybe further afield, there are options to come to campus for summer field courses. There are options then at the end of your degree to come for graduation and for a graduate research conference where all of our graduating students present their capstone research. And so I've mentioned a few times that we have different options within the program. We do have a full MS degree option, Master of Science in Applied Geosciences. I'll talk through the requirements of that degree in just a moment. It is a 2-year program if it's completed full-time. Our part-time students typically take between 3 and 4 years to work through the program, but we will work with you to figure out the pace that is feasible for you, both with other responsibilities that you may have to a job, for example, and what you are able to kind of fund in terms of tuition. I know many people have kind of employee benefits for tuition, and that places restrictions on how many courses they can take at any one time. So we can certainly work with you to design a timeline that fits with your needs. In addition to the full MS degree, we also offer 2 graduate certificates. I'll talk a bit more about those in a moment. And we offer course taking options. You can come and take individual courses with us. So the full degree curriculum requires 12 course units and 1 project design thesis, also sometimes called a capstone. So the 12 course units break down into 8 required courses and 4 electives. The 8 required courses allow you to deepen your knowledge in core applied geoscience topics, and those required courses are listed on the slide here. The final course on that list, Project Design, is the prep course for completing your capstone research. Now, we do occasionally provide some exceptions here. Let's say you have already taken an advanced hydrology class, maybe in your undergrad, and it meets the sort of standards and requirements for our hydrology class, then we would work with you to maybe replace that with an elective option. And you can transfer a few credits in from elsewhere if you've taken these courses at the graduate level at another institution. These are the different elective courses that we offer. So you can see there are a wide range of courses listed there. And so you would have to choose 4 of these, which allow you to choose an area in which to develop your specific expertise. So maybe you want to really focus in on contamination and pollution. You would take some of those sites. Maybe you want to focus in more on issues related to water. Perhaps you're interested more in engineering geology and you want to take our advanced engineering geology in our landslides class. So these electives allow you to kind of focus in on an area where you want to develop some specific skills and some specific expertise. Within this list, we do offer 2 field courses. These are not required, but if you don't already have a field course from undergrad, then you will be strongly encouraged to take one of these. I think it's really important for any working professional in this field to have some field experience. And then finally, there is the capstone thesis. So this is an applied research project to highlight the skills and knowledge that you've gained throughout the program. This is typically completed in the second half of the program. So if you were full-time, that would be your second year. For most of you, I'm sure you'll be completing things part-time, and so that'll just be in the second half of your part-time pathway through the program. When you're designing this project, we want you to consider your career goals. Okay, where do you want to go? Why are you completing this degree? And what skills and knowledge gaps are you trying to fill? And how can this project be a part of that? I like to say to students, imagine yourself sitting in a job interview in a few years' time, or imagine yourself sitting down with your boss to talk about a potential promotion. This is a piece of work that you should be able to use as an example of your skills and your areas of expertise within that interview. You can work with a current or potential employer on this project. We've had a number of students complete very successful projects where they've worked with their current employer on something, maybe a project they were doing as part of their job and they wanted to expand it a little bit or explore a certain facet of that, or kind of deal with maybe an unanswered question, which often comes up from projects that we're maybe be a bit more constrained on with time. So there is the potential to explore that option. And we do prefer applied projects over theoretical, but it doesn't mean that those aren't an option at all, but we will encourage you more towards something that is applied. And so in addition to our full degree option, we do offer 2 graduate certificates, one in engineering geology and another in environmental hydrogeology. So for each certificate, there are a list of potential courses provided, and you would choose 4 courses from that list. If you complete one of these certificates and then decide, actually, I think I do want to pursue the full degree, you're really enjoying the study, you can see the advantages of it, then you can transfer all 4 courses into the full degree option. So you can roll that into the full degree if you choose to do so. And then finally, we have course taking options. Okay, perhaps you want to develop some expertise in a specific area. Perhaps you want to take a GIS class, or you need a field course for something, or you're working on projects in your current job and you realize I really need to expand my knowledge in area X, whatever that might be. You can enroll in individual graduate courses through our program. You can enroll in up to 3 courses per semester and a maximum of 4 courses total before we would then ask you to pursue one of our certificate or full degree options. You can choose from any courses that are available in our program, and we're happy to meet with you to kind of talk about when different courses are offered in different semesters. If again you chose after taking some courses to pursue the full degree, then you can transfer 4 of those course units into a full degree. If you chose to maybe pursue one of the certificates, then you can transfer 2 of your courses into a certificate option. So we do have some students that have maybe started through this pathway and then decided to actually pursue a certificate or full degree beyond this. I mentioned that we are a professional program, and I know that many of you are already working professionals, but as part of our program, we do try and provide you with as many professional development opportunities as we can. And a few of those are listed on this slide here. Our Field Methods in Geology course is approved by the state of PA to qualify for the FG exam, if that's something you're interested in. As I mentioned at the very beginning, we have a large and strong alumni network, and we have a LinkedIn group that most of our alumni are part of, and a lot of our students use that group to network and find opportunities. There is a student chapter of the American Association of Environmental and Engineering Geologists, and we would really encourage you to join that, and we can provide some assistance with that. We go to the AEG conference every year, and sometimes have had the opportunity to take students along with us and have students present their capstone research there. There are also some centres at Penn, such as the Water Centre, which if you're interested more in issues related to water and water resources, is a great option for you to connect with them. Even though you're an online student, they do have opportunities to connect with online students through research, and they have in the past provided some online internship opportunities. New for this year, we have started a monthly lunch and learn with our students. So we get all of our students together once a month. We vary the time slightly to try and hit the lunchtime of different time zones across the US. And we have an industry professional come and share something that they are learning, maybe a new tool or skill. Our next lunch and learn coming up in March, we're actually having someone come and share about the geologist in the courtroom and their experience of having to defend some of their work in court. And that's a nice opportunity to get to learn something from a professional, but also to get to see other students. And we always have a kind of bit of social chat time at the end of that. And then finally, to talk a little bit about some career opportunities, I've put a list here of just some of the many places that our graduates have gone on to work. As I said, many of our students are already working professionals. Some will want to stay with their current employer, but maybe just move up and get a promotion. Others are looking to make a change. And we have a number of connections in industry through our alumni, through our instructors, and through our external advisory board. And we will do our best to support you with those connections. We send out weekly advertisements of any internships or job opportunities that we know about. Penn also has a fantastic career service, and they do have specific career services available for online students. So some of the on-campus options might not be available to you, but they do still provide options for online students. And as I mentioned, there's also the opportunity to connect your capstone with maybe something you're doing at work or an internship experience. And again, we've had students, do a capstone, maybe connect it to an internship, and that has turned into a job for them as well. So our application deadline for admission in the fall is July 1st. You can also apply ahead of that if you wanted to take a course in the summer, for example, if you were just pursuing the course taking option. But if you are pursuing the full degree, then the deadline for fall admission is July 1st. You will hear back from us within 3 weeks of the deadline. If we are interested in you as a candidate, if you meet our requirements, then you'll be invited to a Zoom interview with one of our academic advisors. And then you normally hear our final decision within a few weeks after that interview. And all of the details of what is required for the application can be found on our MSAG website. There's a screenshot of it here, but if you just Google UPenn MSAG, then it'll come up and there's an application tab on that website. If you have any questions, as I said, I'm going to leave some time now to answer those questions. Please feel free to type stuff into the chat or into the Q&A. You can also reach out to me directly. That's my email address here on this slide. You can also reach out to our administrative coordinator, Ross. That's his email address listed there. And this is just a screenshot from the bottom of our main webpage, but there's also a number of other ways that you can get in touch with us. So the recording of this video will be posted to that middle link sometime next week. On the right there, you can schedule a meeting with one of our academic advisors, who's also on our admissions committee, and they're happy to chat with you over the phone or over Zoom about any questions you might have.